for a dump truck drive. Today we got to work on the dump truck. If you look at the headlights, this one over here looks a little dark. I'm pretty sure it's burnt out. And you can tell here, this one's lit up. That one not so much. You can push the high beam button here. High beams work fine, but the low beam on this side is out. So we're going to replace the lamps on both sides. Even though this one is good, we'll keep it as a spare. And while we're at it, we need to wash it up. It's been sitting in the barn for a while. So the best thing about washing the dump truck, you only have to do the front half. The back half, yeah, clean the wheels, maybe the mud flaps, but that's it. Now that it's all cleaned up, we can get to replacing this headlight. Now we do need our Propulator 2000 because, well, this thing doesn't stay up forever. Now we're pretty sure this headlight's bad just based on the color, but I did want to look in here and make sure these connectors were connected because that would cause a problem also. Everything under the hood looks just fine. And look at that big 6-cylinder. It's just sitting there ready to go somewhere. Perfect. So the next thing we need to do is just pull this headlight surround off. And it looks like it's only 4 screws. We'll get that taken care of. Screw kind of went in on an angle. Most likely it had problems before, or the nut plate behind there is broken. I don't know if these just go into sheet metal or if there's screw captures, but we'll find out when we get it out of here. This should just pop out. Perfect. Looks like we have a little wasp nest right here that needs to be evicted. I don't see anybody in it, so that's a good thing. So to get this headlight out, there's an adjuster screw up here at the top, and then there's a bezel screw on the bottom. So the bottom screw needs to come out. There's another set up here at the top, same thing, an adjusting screw and a bezel screw. We just want the bezel screw. And there's either one at the bottom or a spring. This one looks like it has the spring, so we got to pull that thing out. And I know you won't be able to see any of this because it's pretty small. See if we can get this screw out without damaging it. But if you pull the adjuster screw, then we're going to have to repoint the headlights. And we would prefer not to do that. We almost need an extension on here. I think we'll be okay without it. We don't want to drop this screw because we're on a gravel floor, and if we drop it, we're probably not going to find it. All right, so the headlight is now loose, and the bottom still has that spring on it, but I think we can just leave it there. And then behind the headlight, we just have this wire that needs to be unplugged. Use a screwdriver, and we can kind of leverage off of these lugs to help push it off. Trying not to break the bulb in the process or the little bracket thing. There we go. And now that we have one bulb off, we need to do the same thing on the other side. But we're first going to go to the parts store, make sure they have 2 of these before we take it all apart. All right, and just like that, we're back from the parts store. We ended up getting 2 Sylvania replacement lights. These are the Sylvania basic light. It's the same thing that was in there before, so might as well go back with the same. The process is pretty much just the reverse of what we did before. Now the bulb comes with this plastic cover on here for some reason. We don't need that. Should plug right back into our wiring harness. And make sure to get it pushed all the way on there. All right, once you think you have it in there, go ahead and put the word Sylvania straight up and down. Fold this ring back around, and it's going to have that spring on it. We've got to get that spring over the edge of the glass. All right. And it should pretty much line up right where the other one was. And then we put our 2 securing screws in. Again, trying not to drop them in the gravel, because we will probably never find them again if we do. We're not going to tighten it down yet. We're going to get the other screw started, which is right here on the top. Carefully see if you can get that screw started. There we go. And give the lens a nice little wiggle. Make sure it's all seated properly. And then tighten them both down. And make sure you're turning the right screw. You don't want to turn the adjuster at this point, or you're going to have to repoint these lights. Say that's good. So here's this bottom screw. We got that tightened up. There's one here on the top. We got that one tightened up. And we're going to leave the headlight surround off, replace the bulb on the other side, and then we'll shine this thing at a wall and make sure that they're adjusted right. Even though we didn't readjust the lights, it'll be better to do it that way. And we are going to do the exact same steps. Take out the 4 trim screws. Try not to drop them in the gravel. Perfect. We'll pull this trim ring off and lay it over on the side here. Same deal. We have to remove the 2 connector screws, but don't mess with the adjusters unless we have to. Now it is kind of strange that the trim screw uses a Phillips head, and these inside screws are standard slot screws, but I guess that's just the way it is. Don't drop the screw. Get the bulb out of the trim ring, get the bulb unplugged. And we are going to save that good bulb just in case we have a fatality on one of these. We can switch it out really quick. I'm going to plug the electric harness back in here on the back. Make sure it seats all the way down. Looks good. Put it back in the bezel. And there's little bumps here on the back of the bulb that fit in little grooves here on the headlight. You want to get those all the way in there. The word Sylvania should be straight up and down also. And then we try to get this thing back in there. It's the same thing. The spring has to come out a little bit. There we go. Get the holes kind of lined up. And see if we can get a screw in here. So this is one of the hottest days I've seen here in the mountains of North Carolina. Man, the humidity's got to be 100%. And the temperature, well, it's hot. I don't know, it's probably 90 degrees out here. That's not hot for some parts of the world, but we're here in the mountains in a rainforest. It's pretty warm. Let's get that one partially started. Make sure it's started though. We'll get this other one in here. Tell you what, these old cars are a lot easier to work on than the new stuff. But the new stuff, you just pop off a cannon plug and I don't know, it would probably just change itself. Okay, we have both of them started. I'll give the bulb a wiggle, make sure it's in those notches, okay? And then tighten those two screws down. Perfect. All right, we have the truck pulled in the garage here a little bit. We have both of the low beam lights on. And what we're looking for is a nice even pattern across the wall up here. And that looks just about perfect. Let's go ahead and check the high beams while we're here. So the high beams is this thing here on the floor. We'll push that in. All four of the lights are on, which is pretty good. And the pattern on the wall, we see the high beam over here and the high beam over there is a little bit low. We might push that one up about half a turn. Now we were only working on the low beam lights, so we weren't actually doing anything with these high beams. We'll say that's pretty good. Let's turn this thing off so we can stay in the shade. Putting the trim ring back on is just like taking it off. We're gonna set it right in here. Make sure it's fit nice and snug. I know some of you old timers are out there saying, DP, you are not doing that right. There's a much easier way to do that. Well, we don't know what that way is, so we're just gonna best guess it here. Got that one started. We get this one started and we're home free. There we go. And the bottom two should be fairly easy because those can't really get bent out of position very much. Now we'll just tighten them all up. Perfect. Perfect. And more perfecter. This other side should be just as difficult as the first. And unfortunately we have multiple size screws, so we may have had issues here before. I take it back about what I said about old vehicles as far as it being easy to work on. Everything is a fight. You know, they didn't have nearly the tight tolerances that they have now. Even though now everything's made out of plastic, it usually fits pretty good. That feels pretty good. That feels good. Tight. And tight. And just like that, we have our headlights back under control. Don't be a pirate. Fix your lights. So you guys be sure to get outside, do something fun, come back and tell me about it.